Hello, Rohit. Thank you for the opportunity to share with you in your dream mission, Reach the Unreached, as part of health education and awareness. NCDs, non-communicable diseases, of which cancer has the top rank, are globally prevalent and have a rising trend. Advanced disease, lack of awareness about the disease, fear and panic associated with the very word cancer were major stumbling blocks in cancer care. The unexpected suddenness of the COVID pandemic, the rapidity of the ravages created, its impact on all walks of life, sparing no part of the world, has highlighted many unacceptable realities and thrown into background many important urgent needs. Healthcare, one of the major victims being cancer. Other NCDs like cardiovascular, pulmonary disease, COPD, tuberculosis, diabetes, chronic liver and renal disease are also face the same problem. The present challenge, cancer during COVID pandemic, has come most unexpectedly and suddenly. The pity is we are unable to see the end, and therefore planning for the future is difficult. We are learning every day on every aspect of the disease about the virus, mode of spread, prevention, management, etc. Educating the public is not easy. While there is a hope that COVID can be controlled, NCDs have come to stay. So we have to deal with them in the presence of the pandemic. The challenge during pandemic relates to the patient, to the oncologist or the medical professional dealing with the disease, and to the cancer organization or institutions that deal with it. The challenge to the patient, the patient has not only to bear the fear and panic created by cancer, but the added one caused by the pandemic. Due to the lockdown, with lack of public transport, patients find it very difficult to reach the area of the treatment, which increases their anxiety. The cost factor, which is a significant major component in medical treatment at any time, especially cancer, has increased due to the pandemic. The underprivileged, the unreachable are part of the population suffer the most. This leads to an increasing need for psychosocial support. We have over the past few months learned some guidelines, very specific and positive guidelines for prevention and control, as wearing a mask, social distancing, practice hygiene, hand washing, and other hygienic measures. We need disciplined people to follow guidelines strictly. We have problems in maintaining the discipline, but we have very clear definitions and guidelines for protection, which we hope they will follow. Now, apart from the patient, there is a major dilemma for the treating medical professional, whether to treat or not treat. Is it right or is it wrong? How long can we wait for treatment? How long can we defer treatment? The decision is neither easy nor simple. We have to think not only of the patient and the family, but in the context of the pandemic, every common cancer is curable. Early cancer is curable. It will be unethical to delay treatment. Advanced cancers can be controlled, and if they are untreated, will end up and progress in a major way, so that only palliation will be possible. But palliation has to be given. In any case, the patient has to be treated in some way, some form or other. Now, how do we manage and how do we decide? That is the major issue. These are major questions that harangue, that there are major questions that plague medical profession, not only oncologists, but all those taking care of chronic diseases like COPD, diabetes, etc., etc. In the context of the pandemic, the very core of medical practice, the humanitarian approach, is under threat. With a mask on, with the social distancing, how do we talk to the patient? There is no question. We are not able to listen to the patient. We are not able to touch the patient. So it has become a major problem. Initially, oncologists, that is the medical professionals, went through a period of dilemma, a period of panic. Many organizations, hospitals would not accept patients for treatment. Unfortunately, unethical practices also started. Who cares for the underprivileged? They continue to suffer. The Cancer Institute has the ethos, and we have continued to take care of whoever is willing to come and have the treatment. We have not stopped treatment at any point of time, and as our ethos, we take care of the underprivileged equally without any social or economic divide. Let me talk about cost factor. Cost factor in general in healthcare is increasing, and cost of treatment was always considered high in cancer. Treatment costs in cancer relate to initial diagnosis, type of treatment, radiation, chemotherapy, surgery, or a combination of the above. Cost factor is also doctor related. I think I want to reiterate it. It is doctor related. The medical professionals have a responsibility to control cost. It is possible if the doctor-patient relationship says that they have to be responsible and accountable for cost, that will be possible for the patient to take care of. Accessibility and affordability, but always the major issues in healthcare, especially cancer. This is likely to increase. This is likely to increase because testing for COVID, all patients under treatment now have to be accepted for treatment, need COVID testing. Because if we don't do the COVID testing, it is harmful not only to the patient but to the professional. If the patient is positive, we have to take adequate measures to see that they treated before we treat the cancer. And the professional is at a great risk if they're positive and they contract the disease. You must have seen in the recent paper how many of doctors have given their lives for the sake of COVID. Then we have the need for what we call PPE protection. That is the protection that the doctor has to have when they are handling COVID patients, and this cost is very high. It is very expensive. And I think if you want to know the actual cost at the institute per month, at the present moment, with limited number of patients, it is about 30 lakhs a month. So when the number of patients increase, I think it is bound to go up. And this is where majority of non-voluntary routine hospitals, the cost is, especially the private and the corporate hospitals, charge a huge sum which our patients, even the well-to-do, even the middle class people find it difficult to pay. And I believe the institute is bound to have more and more patients coming in the coming 2-3 months when the public transport comes back. The additional cost is the intensive hygiene and sanitation to be fulfilled towards COVID control in hospitals and including individual homes. In the context of the pandemic, with social distancing, wearing a mask, there is very little clinical examination. Technology has come to play an increasing role, adding to cost. This is what has become very prohibitive, and this is what I referred to earlier, that the medical profession has to accept a responsibility and use sophisticated technology only when it is mandatory. Technology is not to be used just because it is available. That has become the fashion of the younger generation, and I think it is going to be detrimental and act against the patient. So the cost is related directly to the interest that the medical professional has on the patient. And I think technology should not be used unless it is indicated, not because it is available. That is what Mahatma Ji repeatedly said. Scientific technology, if it cannot be used for the public, it is of no relevance. I think we have to follow the dictum very carefully, especially in areas like ours where we have a huge number of the underprivileged and unreachable people. The impact of COVID and lockdown in general, there has been a significant suffering of people in general at all levels due to loss of work, financial crunch, loss of pay, and many other areas. It has also led to increase in crime, unethical practices, and many more. On the positive side, it also enhances it has enhanced certain areas of humanity and humaneness. We see so many people, large number of young people volunteering, aspiration for innovative techniques and research, spirit of inquiry, and leading on to Make India. I think we have started making ventilators, we have started making vaccines, and today I think the dogma is Make India. I think with that in view, I think we can definitely progress, and we do believe that COVID is going to be conquered at some time or other, may not be within a month and maybe within a few months together. In general, there has been improvement in hygiene and cleanliness. I think if you walk through the road, on any road, it used to be very dirty. It is fairly clean now. Improvement in discipline is there, but can be changed. I think all of us should make up our mind to follow the guideline strictly. Face mask, social distancing, and hygiene, hand hygiene. I think let us all face the pandemic together without fear. Let us the post-pandemic future, we will face it with courage, and as Swamiji said, arise, awake, stop not till the goal is reached. Thank you for the opportunity.